4th, 2025, and you're listening to the While We Still Can podcast. I'm Lisa.
I'm Tina.
And we are back in your ears to talk about what's going on in the news. Missouri news, national news, sometimes international news, and just discuss all the insanity that we're bombarded with every day. What's in the news, Tina?
Your favorite topic, fart jars.
Stop it. Stop
Eric Schmitt's in the news, and it's not for...
I have a lot of reasons to resent Eric Schmitt, and one of the main ones is that we have to discuss this topic because it's gross, and I don't want to talk about it.
And, you know, that's why we're such a good team, because honestly, that's the only reason I like Eric Schmitt, is the fact that I can talk about fart jars when I bring him up.
Oh,
and the fact that his last name is fucking Schmitt, which is so close to shit.
That's mature, right? It's
always
mature for us to bring up. I'm sure he's never heard that before.
I don't give a shit.
Well, so why is he in the news this week?
Well, you know, he was actually reposting himself. He's very proud of this article. This article is in Mother Jones, and it is written by David Cornholio. That's why. Sorry, it all goes back. Okay, so David Corn, this is obviously an opinion piece, okay? But other people are noticing it, okay? And Eric Schmitt is so jazzed. Good, any news is good news, and Eric knows this. So David is basically talking about how Trump is fucking terrible, but he's also not very smart, and he's erratic. So he goes on in this article to talk about the real danger for the American society is someone who shares, you know, the love of the oligarchs and the Christian nationalism, and he's kind of formed it into an ideology, and that's Eric Schmitt. So he's actually more dangerous than Donald Trump.
So would you say that they are including Eric Schmitt in the group of people that's using Donald Trump as a tool because he, you know, has obtained this cult-like following, a tool to achieve their means, knowing full good and well that they don't agree with much of the things that he's saying, that Trump's saying, but they will use that for their own ends. Would you say that's accurate?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. They're riding the Trump train. But babe, we don't want to ride trains anymore, okay? You're getting rid of all the autistic people. Nobody wants to fucking get on a train. So it's going to crash. It's going to crash before Eric Schmitt can even get more known than he already is for his shitty shit. Because no one really knows who Eric Schmitt is. They might know a little clip of some fucking evil that he's done, but they don't know who the fuck. No one cares about Missouri for real. Like
Josh Hawley is more popular, or more well known. Definitely more base and name recognition than Eric Schmitt.
But like all of these guys are known for like Hawley's gay run and his boyfriend. What's his name? The
kicker. Allegedly.
They're friends, his boyfriend. They're friends, they're boys, okay? So, yes. So, Josh Hawley's lovely little run after, you know, during the insurrection when he realized, oh shit, these riders are going to fucking kill me too. I'm out. So, but here, I'm going to read it.
The fist bump to the January 6th protesters, you know.
Yeah, whatever we're calling that. However, you know, someone cropped on a little red Nazi thing on his arm, and it just it fit. It really just
the same energy for sure.
Yes, absolutely. But basically anything that is terrible, you know, like just shitting on people, no pun intended. Just being terrible, LGBTQ hater, all the shit. You know, he does not spice his food. Like, we already know. But he's very proud of it. So I just wanted to bring it up. And I also was just going to go over why we call him Fart Jar.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you remember 90 Day Fiancé. Longtime listeners, all three of them will remember this. Just kidding. We might be up to like 7. So, okay, so Fart Jar. So 90 Day Fiancé. There was this girl about a year ago, and she was on TikTok, and she claimed she was the girl that was on there, and she left. She's from Australia, but she started selling her farts in jars,
God.
right? And then she actually ended up getting hospitalized because she ate so many beans because she had so many orders. Okay, so
you're kidding, right?
No, I'm not.
This is a joke.
No, she had like a bowel obstruction or something. So
no.
Okay, you can fact check me, Lisa. Get on there. Okay, so
I don't want
hold on. So, and don't hate her. Like, times are tough. You're going to make money how you can. So, that's going green. You're recycling. And people will pay for this shit. Come on. So, allegedly, she was, no, this isn't allegedly. She was on TikTok saying, hey, I've been dating, dating, quote unquote. They've been having like video chats. And he would buy her, it was an unnamed senator. And her only clue that she gave us was that there was like a fish in the fucking picture. So we knew it was some Midwest motherfucker. So we be on Instagram looking and stuff, and it's Eric Schmitt, right? But she claimed that he would pay her to video chat with him, and he would buy her like Taco Bell, and she would eat it on camera because he was into that, I guess. But we know that it wasn't just to watch her eat the Taco Bell, okay? He was getting some jars in the mail. He was getting some jars. So we call him Eric Schmitt Fart Jar. Okay, there we go.
Wow. Well, I don't know. That sounds like there's a lot of distance to travel to prove that's true. But I can tell you this. Like, I am, just as a human being, I am very disappointed in Eric Schmitt. He could be doing so much better for the world, but this is what he's choosing to, these are the stands he's choosing to make. And he's smart enough to know better. He should have the conscience to know better.
No, dude, no. If you go, I'm starting to feel like if you like go to church and stuff, like it, for a lot of these people, it's telling them, hey, you be shitty. Just go be shitty all week. I will forgive you on Sunday, babe. And so I think that's what they think it is.
Well, that's a point that a lot of people have against organized religion, because most religions have some type of that, right? So.
Well, prove to me, please. Like, you know what? There is some shit coming up that you can, like, do your good Christian deeds. There are about to be a lot of fucking hungry people, okay? 40% of those people are children, okay?
They were on SNAP that just got
canceled. Yes, ma'am. So, don't tell me that they need to be working, because they're, like, they're children. So, and also, you've never lived anybody else's life. Are there people taking advantage of SNAP? Abso-fucking-lutely. I know plenty. Not plenty. I don't know plenty. I know of people who probably could work. You know what? But these people that probably could work, I don't want to fucking work with them, because they don't want to fucking work. And you don't want them taking care of you in the hospital. And honestly, I don't even want them making a piece of food for me, because if you don't want to be doing something, you're not doing a good job. And I'm not saying be lazy, but like people with mental illnesses that literally cannot hold a job, it's like when you see somebody park in the handicap parking and you're like, they don't look very fucking handicapped to me. Check yourself. Yeah. You don't know.
Well, two things. Like I've said before, it's rare to find a person that is even taking advantage of SNAP that I would want to trade places with, right? These are not folks that are having lives that,
they're not probably having fun.
Switch. And the second thing is, I would rather pay a few extra bucks in taxes, relatively speaking, and have some people take advantage of that process, but not have any kids starve, okay?
Absolutely.
Then what we're paying to offset what the billionaires and the, corporations are not paying. And I'm not even saying that they're not following the rules. They're probably paying the taxes that they owe. The problem is that our tax code, they're just not paying the same share that the rest of us are, like percentage-wise. They're not paying their employees a living wage. And so those folks then have to go to the government and get SNAP benefits to make up the difference.
And then you're mad at them.
Yeah, don't be mad at the people.
They worked 40 hours a week, and Walmart paid them dog shit.
Right.
And now they have to use your tax dollars to subsidize that.
Yeah.
And then you're like mad at the poor.
Follow the money. Where is the waste going? Where is the, that's where it's all going. And it kind of bugs me Like, I'm more than happy to pitch in for all the things that are happening right now, like the food drives and the, just the extra help to food pantries and all that. I'm happy to help with that. But I think it takes a lot of balls for like a huge corporation like a Walmart or a Sam's Club or whatever to have a thing at the checkout that's like, oh, help these people that we're effing over, right?
That we're starving.
Why don't you do it yourself, man? They've got more than the cash to do it.
Well, where's the money going that was supposed to go to SNAP? Like, where? So, like, the money was there. Where's it at?
I think we even have contingency funds that could be actually spent on it. Right now, Tina, it's just a political move. They're just
starving people. Yeah, that's such
a political move.
That's a war crime, but whatever. Okay, so hold on. This is how we know that we already know the cruelty is the point, but
right.
Here's another little supporting evidence, okay? So this is from ProPublica. Trump canceled 94 million pounds of food aid. Here's what never arrived. So not only are they not providing SNAP benefits that people literally use to survive, they canceled 94 million pounds of food for fucking food banks, Lisa, and Meals on Wheels and shit. And I just, for one, wasted food, like, oh my God. And for two, they're trying to starve you. That, like, remember how when we, like, never mind, I'm not going to compare anything to that. Okay. But they're starving the people that voted for them. Starving.
And unfortunately, a lot of people that didn't vote for them, which is the folks that get caught up in the FAFO that didn't FA. We've talked about how there's nobody on the ballot for a lot of areas for people to vote against these folks. So again, that's what we got to do. We got to get some people on the ballot so we can make some changes. And even if you're a Republican and you like small government, which on another tangent's ironic because they're injecting themselves in our lives like never before, but or you like financial responsibility, and now we're more trillions of dollars in debt than we ever have been. Perhaps set that aside until we can get like a democracy back in order here, right? And functional elections and get the money out of it, right? We've got to get together and get the money out of politics, or we're not going to have a chance.
It's just corruption. It's pure corruption. I don't know how we fucking fix that. But hold on. Not only is the evilness of canceling the food for the food banks, canceling SNAP, that obedience is the point.
Well, it's hard to fight back if you're hungry. It's hard to, but on the other hand, it's easy to get outraged when you're hungry.
Yeah. Well, if they do it right, I mean, they're taking away the medical care, and so speaking of medical care, Trump's Consumer Financial Protection Bureau will issue guidance tomorrow blocking states from wiping medical debt off of credit reports, siding with Wall Street and debt collectors.
I was thinking about this. Like, the only entity this would help would be banks. I don't understand how people can't be outraged about that.
Well, we really do need to, again, following the money, but we really do need to fucking follow the money. And the banks are... Did you read all of that Jeffrey Epstein stuff that came out? So they're following the money, and even though they won't produce these files, let's see, where's it?
That's like the Mellon guy. I don't remember his first name, but isn't he the one that ponied up the cash to pay the service members that are, right now they're not getting paid because of the shutdown? So,
yeah, and but hold on, I feel like there was some weird, creepy, rapey thing about him. So let's see. Okay, so this is from Amber Woods on Twitter. She's a journalist. The bank tied to donor Timothy Mellon, BNY Mellon, is being sued for enabling Jeffrey Epstein's trafficking network, While the lawsuit plays out, Mellon himself is praised for giving $130 million to pay U.S. troops. So it looks like he's trying to get his name out there before as doing something good, and before Jeffrey Epstein inevitably comes up in the news, is what it seems like.
Didn't that bank recently have a name change where they took the name Mellon out of the title of the bank?
Oh, I'm not sure. Is that... Okay, hold on. So let's see. The lawsuit against BNY Mellon was filed in U.S. District Court earlier this month by a woman identified as Jane Doe, a survivor of Epstein and Maxwell's trafficking operation. She alleges the bank processed more than $300 million in suspicious transactions connected to Epstein's trafficking operation. The suit claims BNY Mellon violated the Bank Secrecy Act and failed to file suspicious activity reports, the same pattern seen in previous bank cases linked to Epstein. JP Morgan, Deutsche Bank. Okay. JP Morgan Chase paid $290 million to Epstein survivors and another $75 million to the U.S. Virgin Islands for similar claims. Deutsche Bank was fined $150 million for ignoring red flags in its Epstein accounts. Now, BNY Mellon joins the list. Okay, the complaint also alleges BNY Mellon extended credit to a modeling agency tied to Epstein and Jean-Luc Brunel, the one, didn't he die in his fucking cell, similar to Jeffrey Epstein after raping and molesting a bunch of little girls. BNY Mellon calls the claims meritless and says it will vigorously defend itself, but the pattern is clear: repeated institutional failures allowing a predator's finances to move unchecked. Meanwhile, Timothy Mellon, heir to that same banking dynasty, has been identified as the anonymous donor who gave $130 million to fund U.S. troop pay during the shutdown, the largest private gift to the U.S. government in history. So, sounds like somebody's trying to get out of fucking trouble.
Well, it says that basically they're rebranding. The primary brand name of the company, formerly known as BNY Mellon, has rebranded itself to simply BNY as of June 2024. So it makes you wonder if they knew something was coming down the pike as far as like bad press. Who knows? It might have absolutely nothing to do with that, but one has to wonder.
Yeah. Well, and then some other bank information that came out, unsealed evidence in the Jeffrey Epstein case shows Treasury reports indicating money laundered via SBER Bank in Russia. Let's see, government of the, yeah. So, I mean, it's all connected, guys, and it's all money, and it's all nasty fucking shit.
So yeah, medical debt. So if you are, people are having trouble keeping up with their medical bills and it's affecting your credit rating and that type of thing, which I think we're about the only country that happens, by the way.
Hey, you're never going to be able to buy a house because you almost died. Sorry.
You have them to thank for that.
But we will finance trafficking underage children. Nasty. Okay, let's look at fucking who is the private, not so private anymore, donors for Trump's ballroom. And guys, corruption. Many of whom have ongoing governmental contracts or regulatory cases. Naturally. Right. Got to get them donations in, baby. Okay, let's see who's on this list. We love a good list. Okay, do you want to do some educated guesses, Lisa? Because I feel like,
well, probably the obvious, probably
ball lickers.
Yeah, so maybe like Meta.
Oh my God, are you a savant, Lisa?
I mean,
there's a pattern. Okay, there's a pattern.
I'm sure. You say there's government contracts. Okay, probably Lockheed Martin.
Ooh, that is number 5 on the list. You are doing great. Number 1 was Meta. Keep going. You're doing good.
So then probably Amazon.
Yep, that's number 3. He's on there. That bald bitch is on there.
Let me think. Okay, if we're building stuff, we're going to need to tear stuff down. We're going to need maybe Caterpillar.
Ooh, let's look. This is a long list, Lisa. You want me to let me just go through it because I could be scrolling a minute.
Jeff Bezos has got to be on there, whether in the capacity of Amazon.
He's Amazon. He absolutely is. So we got Meta, Apple, Amazon, Google, Lockheed Martin. God, you're good. Microsoft, Comcast, Altria. Oh, that's fucking cigarettes. Those bitches.
So Comcast, that's media.
Yep. Coinbase, crypto, Palantir, those
Palantir.
cocksuckers.
Okay, you know
Literally.
who Palantir is. Palantir is
Peter Thiel.
Peter Thiel. Okay.
T-Mobile, I'm dropping them. I knew they were fucking fascists, but okay. Ripple, Hard Rock, Tether, what is that? Okay, that's another like coin, like crypto bullshit. Union Pacific, they're hoping people jump on that train. Little do they know, they shipped them all out to a camp. Micron, I don't know. Oh, a chip manufacturer. Caterpillar, you are good. Booz Allen, who the fuck's that? HP. Gotta get rid of my computer. Nextera Energy, Reynolds America. That better not.
Oh no.
Oh, not the foil. Tobacco. Okay. God, we were gonna have to drop our.
I know our one potential sponsor that we've never contacted.
Not the foil, just the cigarettes. Just like how the government told you that smoking was healthy. Isn't that weird that this shit's been going on forever? This guy is just like making it so obvious. He's an idiot. He's blowing your cover. You guys could have done this for so much longer.
See,
asbestos, cigarettes. Maybe it's a silver lining.
If you're listening at home, of course, and you know, didn't hit the episode, we have Anthony Andrews on recently, who's our pal. You know, we were talking about how like these rich and powerful people have been running the country since tea was thrown in the you know.
It was built for them. That's why they don't get in trouble.
But only recently is it just in our face as much as it has been, you know. And
they are painting our reality for us. That is why it's so important to not just listen to this shit all the time and go and like touch some grass and humans and help, but also please keep listening. Our top 7. Okay, so hold on. There is quite a few personal donor or like private donors. We got the Adelson family.
Okay, so who are the Adelson family?
Casino guys and longtime Republican donors, probably doing nasty shit with kids too, just allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Betty Wold, who's that? She sounds sus. Cascarillas, Edward and Sherry Glazer. Okay, so they are the NFL Tampa Bay Buccaneer people. Harold Ham, he's an oil guy. Okay, so basically, these are all just people that need favors or already have favors. Lutnicks. Oh, look who's in the fucking cabinet. And Creepy Lutnick lived next to Jeffrey Epstein, but like never went. Yeah, bullshit. But yeah, so those are the guys and girls that are building Trump's bunker.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm not naive enough to think that even under good circumstances that, you know, companies and businesses and individuals even, you know, don't donate to politicians so that they'll have their ear when they need it. I mean, we all know that. But there just comes a time when you have to stand up and not participate in this anymore.
Yeah, no, and think about how long it took us to get here, and we do this, you know? Like, for a long time, we were bargaining, like, okay, well, if this happens, you know, and now we're like, okay, it's burning. It's like, what do we want the future to look like? And I mean, it was a process, you know? And so, I don't know, the whole acceptance, what is there, 7 stages of this shit? I don't know.
Of grief?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But
and a topic that I've just seen some headlines and I'm not prepared to discuss it, but regarding like how there are some companies or industries that it seems like the United States government is making arrangements to own a significant share of their stock, which again, I'm not sure where that money's coming from or who technically owns or what the details are. But you know what it is, what defines when the government owns the means of production, right?
I thought it was socialism, but actually I actually did a deep dive on that last night, Lisa O'Connor. Yeah, I was trying to argue with somebody and I didn't want to sound stupid. So
What'd you learn?
technically, so I learned that it is technically okay. I took a screenshot. My ADHD took a fucking screenshot. Okay. Who knew I was going to use it again? Me. Okay. So it's like it's an authoritative capitalist state, is what it is. So socialist would actually be better because we would like
The
everybody
people,
else.
the people
Yes.
would own it. Yeah.
Yes. This is not that. This is using that as leverage to consolidate all control.
Okay.
So it's like, it's being a bitch, like bullying. They're big bullies. That's what it is. And no one's going to win here except
Certainly
them.
not the people. Yeah.
No. And all those people that are so mad about SNAP benefits going to maybe someone who wasn't as hungry as they wanted them to be before they did it. I'm just like, this is so much worse than what it was. And you're like, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love not having food or healthcare. I fucking love that shit.
And speaking of healthcare, it sounds like, well, let me just back up and say that just the optics of the thing we just discussed, regardless of the details, just the optics of the United States government being involved in private industry to that degree, if Barack Obama had done that, they would have absolutely lost their shit.
He couldn't even wear a tan suit, Lisa.
He could not wear a tan suit. But so how far we've come in a negative way. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought.
It's okay.
Oh well, we'll just edit that out because I don't remember. I totally lost it.
It's okay. That's my whole life. Well, okay, remember those Venezuelan boats that we keep fucking shooting out? So I was reading something the other day because people are like, oh, we're shooting drug people. And I'm like, no, they're not, because someone survived and we let them go back home. Like that if they were terrorists, that would not happen. Like, use your brain. Okay. So I was reading something that framed it in a different way that I think might help people get it in a way that they can explain it maybe to other people why it might be bad. Okay. Mm-hmm. So this is a group called the Steady State, and they actually are a group of people that have left the government during this administration that have formed a group to whistleblow about all this shit. Like, guys, come on. And these are like professionals from the government that got squeezed out because they had, what's the word I'm looking for? They weren't loyal to this regime in the way that they wanted them to. Okay. Which anybody who's not a yes man right now is gone. Out. And that's what authoritarian governments do. We know this. But, okay, would Americans be so accepting if, instead of observing the detached remoteness of a missile from the clouds, we watched our servicemen board the vessels and simply execute everyone on board without asking a single question? That was powerful.
Yeah.
They're doing it like a video game. It's like they fucking programmed everybody to literally be completely numb. I mean, they have. That's what they've done. They've normalized this via, and I'm not going on a video game tirade, but for real, our young men literally sit on video games, and what they are posting online on official government pages literally looks like what my stepsons are playing in the other room right now. It's crazy. Completely normal. It's like they don't even have to, there's no person to it. They are beating the humanity out of people.
Well, people could argue that drone warfare is similar, right? Because somebody halfway around the world is, on orders, of course, is pulling the trigger to destroy a target.
Flying literally a remote airplane.
Yeah, without having to be, there's nothing personal there. For better or for worse. I mean, you could say, well, it's way safer for our troops if that's how we're conducting things. And
But seriously, okay, that is like, we could literally, that's just rich countries could do that to any poor country without zero. Oh my God, I hate it here. I'm so scared.
And that's why we need some integrity. That's why we need...
Integrity, that's the word. I forgot. I haven't heard it in so long.
That's why, with great power comes great responsibility.
And instead they're
that?
like, I'm going to fucking Epstein Island. Let's have a sex island with kids. Yeah. Okay, hold on. We're going to end on a positive note here, Lisa. I have a little assignment for my friends here, okay?
Okay.
I really hope everyone is posting Lil Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump photos around town, okay? Because that is a great opportunity for some joy. Spread some art. But also, you know how churches be talking politics?
This reminds me of some things Jessica Piper said. Jess Piper, from
Yes.
Missouri. She ran for office.
Yes.
And I recall her saying online that she would go to someone's door and she would talk to them and have a conversation, and they would agree with like 95% of the things her platform would stand for. But at the end of the day, they would say, I'm just really sorry, I can't vote for you because I'm a Christian. Because their church was telling them they couldn't.
I have so many people that I know that literally think that we are liberal, as in we, liberals, every Democrat is bad, like a bad person, only because we are a Democrat. That's it. I know, I multiple. I've had it said to me. They're like, no, that's what we learn in church. I'm like, wait, what? You didn't even like question that?
Yeah.
No, they didn't. But here's the fun part. So they have the tax exempt status, which they should not. We need to fix that. That's on the list. Okay. It's on my long list, not on the Epstein list, my list. So, there is a form that you can turn in. It's a 13909 form from the IRS to make a complaint against the 13909 to file complaint against 501c3 organizations engaging in political activities while posing as religious entities. Okay? So I'll try to link this at the bottom. So I know y'all be knowing some churches, and also I see their signs from the highway.
Yeah.
They're little signs that literally will be like, vote no on Prop A. And it's like, bitch, are you allowed to do that?
Well, here's the thing. They're allowed to do that. I guess they have that free speech, but they shouldn't be able to get tax exempt status as a religious entity of a church or whatever.
And
they can pick one or the other. They can't do both.
Well, I think instead of writing postcards to the White House because he can't fucking read anyways, let's just do this shit.
Well, okay.
I will fill out some of these bitches. I will fill them out. I might even go to church to sit there so I can prove it. That's what I'm going to do for the IRS. Oh yeah, maybe it's going to be a lot. I need some volunteers.
Bring a fire extinguisher, because once you cross that threshold, you might just yeah, that could happen.
Well,
on that note,
go turn some churches in, guys and girls. That's going to get you into heaven.
There you go. All right.
Well,
it's been
okay.
I'm Lisa. This is Tina.
Yeah.
We're the Wow We Still Can podcast.
Yes, we are. Hit the like button and subscribe. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to start adding that.
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
Yeah. And we
like or subscribe.
We want to interact with you, so let us know what you're thinking.
Drop us a comment. It can't be anything worse than what we're
us,
already thinking.
Quote, unquote, crazy bitches. Then just don't bother, because we already know that.
Yeah, like you're wasting. Go do it to someone who doesn't know.
Right.
Okay.